This video is a continuation of Dr. Myles Munroe's sermon on potential. We invite you to watch our previous video on potential. The link is provided in the description section below. In this sermon, Dr. Myles Munroe focuses extensively on potentials. What potential is and what potential is not. In the sermon, the preacher says the following. This word potential is very important to God. This word is intimate with God and we should understand it. What changed my life from sleeping on the floor to running a multi-million-dollar organization around the world today, in 89 countries, is because I discovered this one word. Potential. Since I discovered it, everything changed. I'm about to give you my secret. The graveyard is packed with potential. Because many people die with unexploited talents. First of all, what is potential? Potential is dominant ability. Potential is untapped power. It is hidden strength. Strength that is hidden away. Like the car battery in your car, has a whole lot of power. But it is hidden away. It is dominant. Another word for potential is capacity. When your capacity is being kept and no one lets it out, that is called potential. Why are choirs still singing other people's songs when they could write their own songs for other people to sing? You have raw potentials waiting to be exploited even in music. Potential is all you can become. Potential is a very strange concept but tells us who we really are. The preacher states further that our potential lies not in the things that we have achieved over time but in the things we are yet to do. And that if you want to live at full potential you have to look at your life and start exploiting areas you put less effort in. He states, whatever you have done is no longer your potential. Your potential is always what you haven't done yet, but you could still do. In other words, potential is the you that nobody knows yet. We already know the person you showed us. As a matter of fact, the greatness you are still to attain is trapped inside you. Potential, therefore, is what you can accomplish, but you haven't achieved yet. Potential is never what you've done. Once you've done something, it ceases to be your potential. What's left that you haven't done yet? Our God is a God of potential. He always goes after what you haven't done yet. Once you've done something, it's over. God is always motivated by potential. Why? Because God knows what He puts inside you. The greatest enemy of progress is your last success. That means nothing can stop you from growing like success. Why? Because it makes you feel comfortable. You can become so proud of what you've done, that you stop doing what you could do. Potential demands that you never settled for what you have accomplished. Don't ever trust what you've achieved. You can do more. Past successes will trap you. I remember Peter, James and John went up to the mountain with Jesus. They were meeting, and they saw Him in His original state. He began to glow. The Bible says God is light. So when Christ showed His true self through His glowing skin, Peter, James and John were overwhelmed. They saw something they had never seen before and they said, let's stay right here. Let's build 3 houses and just stay up here. That's how we are. We like to stay where God does stuff. Don't ever get caught up where God used to be. Start something, give a new testimony. Don't keep giving testimonies of the 90s. God is too creative to repeat Himself. When your ministry does something, it's done and that's no longer your potential. You have not reached your limit. You can do more, you can reach your maximum potential. The word potent is a word which means power. It means energy. It means force. It means might. It means strength. It means energy. So for you to operate at full potential you have to seize advantage of your power, of your force and your energy. God is not only the God who does potential things. He is potential Himself. God says He is omnipotent. That means He is all potential. He is always full of potential. He made the rivers and forests and birds and bees and fish and animals and all the beautiful stuff. And He said, this was good. And then God made this powerful universe and God said, I am still omnipotent. Omnipotent means I am still loaded and that is potential. Everything was made by Him. The Bible says that made before He made anything, everything was inside of Him, and therefore He released everything out of Him when He was standing on nothing by the corner of nowhere. Here's the beauty of being full of potential. Dr. Myles Munroe finally states that God is full of potential and that is why every power comes from Him. He further says the following. God is the source of potential. That means every power comes out of God. There are certain important things you should note here. Firstly, note that everything possesses potential. I mean everything. This is what got me delivered at age 17. Everything God created possessed potential. Potential is a product of purpose. You are full of potential. I discovered this when I was 17. Purpose is why a thing exists. Potential is its ability to perform it. So when God makes a thing, He does so for a purpose, He puts in it its own potential. So potential is a product of purpose. I discovered that God does nothing without potential principle. That is whatever God created. He built it with potential in it. God created the universe, created the planet, created our solar system, created the earth, and spoke forth potential power into it.